Friday, November the 6th. 2 remembrance stories where the Bible literally saved lives. Listen to these. Arthur Ingham and John Moody were 18-year-old school friends who'd grown up in Manchester. They'd grown up together. When war broke out, the two lads joined up at Manchester Town Hall. Like many young men, they joined local regiments that drew in people who all lived in one area or came from one workplace. Sent to the front in France, they were both involved in the Battle of the Somme. And it was here that the little Bible that Arthur kept in his top pocket saved his life. He was in the 1st Manchester Regiment at the Somme when an exploding German shell sent a piece of shrapnel flying towards him. It hit his chest and would have meant certain death had he not had his Bible in the breast pocket of his uniform. It took the full force of the shrapnel, which left an inch-wide hole. John's son Philip Duetil remembers Arthur well. He was such a fantastic bloke, he says, and he was really proud of this Bible. He used to say to me, "This saved my life. If it hadn't been in my pocket, I would have died." The shrapnel also made a mess of Arthur's uniform, resulting in a telling off from an officer for not looking after his uniform properly, says Philip. The incident changed Arthur's life. He was a religious man after that, Philip recalls. He wasn't beforehand, but after that he became a regular churchgoer, and who can blame him? He knew the Bible had saved his life. The shrapnel had hit, but there wasn't a scratch on him. And this one. Royal Artillery, 17th of July 1915. Dear Mother and Father, I am sending in a parcel my pocket Bible and 3 shrapnel bullets, of which the following is the story. Last Thursday, just before midday, I returned to my sleeping apartment and threw off my tunic and respirator, laid my bundle of kit down for a pillow, and intended having a little rest. I was looking round for something to read when I saw a friend coming along, so I went round to the door to speak to him. Just as I went to the door, a shell exploded somewhere in the grounds. And Gibson, who sleeps next to me, started off to the horse lines thinking there might be trouble there. He had hardly gone when we heard another coming and immediately got down flat on the floor behind the brick pillar. A sprinkling of dust and wood splinters fell around us as the shell burst outside. That was enough for us. We got up and ran for a trench nearby. And as soon as we heard the next coming, we flattened ourselves at the bottom, not troubling about the dirt, so long as we could get under cover, and so we remained until it was over. When I returned for my tunic and respirator, we discovered that about a dozen men had been wounded, 2 of whom subsequently died. As far as we could trace, 4 bullets came in, one being embedded in my kit, where my head would have been if I hadn't gone to meet my friend. Another was on the floor where I would have been lying. The third was in the pocket of my tunic, having been stopped by my Bible, as you can see in the picture. And the 4th went through Gibson's Macintosh, which was hung up in the compartment next to mine, where he would have been had he not started off a few seconds before for the horse lines. So you see, our escape was only a matter of seconds. How quickly I have had to prove the truth of what I said in my last letter. Safe in the hands. And yet such is the case that I am here without a scratch, safe and well. The 8th verse of Isaiah 49, where the bullet stopped, contains these words, which caught my eye directly when I saw it. I will preserve thee. May this be true of future days until I see you all again. That is my heartfelt prayer. Your loving son, George. We don't all carry Bibles, or sadly know our Bibles the way people used to once upon a time. But maybe this is a reminder that God is watching over us. And knowing him, trusting him, and carrying a Bible for him can save our lives and others. Not always in war, but at any time. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.